Click the first link in the description for the best Askreddit content. Today I fucked up by strength training my cat on accident. Okay, so this was years ago, but I thought about it recently and wanted to share. Plus it is a silly one. Too long didn't read. My cat got stronger by having to push larger, heavier water bowls. So we got a cat, Sushi, and she was persnickety when it came with her water bowl. She will splash shit around and get water everywhere. We tried separate food and water bowls, different styles, but she just loves to spill water. I decided that I would put a heavier bowl down, so she couldn't move it. Well, she kept trying. Every day she would try her hardest to push the bowl and came up empty-pawed. But then one day I saw that she had learned how to move the bowl. As a response, I put an even heavier bowl down. Again, she tried to move it, failed for a week or two, but soon, that bowl bent to her will. I gave up on the heavier bowl's idea after that, and she went back to her regular bowl. She could now easily flip this thing over, and upon seeing how she could manage to do this, I had realized I had put my cat on a strength training regiment. My mother took her to vet around this time, and she couldn't pry her out her crate because she was, in her words, strong as hell. I think that some of this is just regular cat strength, but I couldn't help but wonder. Her crate had to be taken apart with her in it to get her out. Fast forward to today, she isn't as strong I think, but her water bowl always moves around the kitchen. Edit, oh my gosh. My first award. Thank you so much. This means so much to me. Edit 2, thank you for all the suggestions. Sushi the cat currently lives my mom and I have passed your suggestions along to her. We might get her a fountain water bowl. Cats a lot of times don't want their water near their food. I've heard it goes back to them not wanting to drink water from near where their kill/carcass is lying because it can contaminate the water. Which is why Fluffy might prefer toilet water from the basement to the carbonated chilled cat drinking fountain next to his food. Next thing you know, that cat's handing out poor sandwiches. Next time you forget to feed me, I'm about to crack your shit my guy. Edit, thank you so much for the gold award. It means so much to me, truly. This is my first ever award, I'm so happy. Second edit, another award. Defo the best day I've had on Reddit ever. Thank you, good people. My fat, beefcake of a ragdoll loves to splash water all over the place when I clean and fill the bowl, although he's never tried to tip it over. You could use some 3 meters double-sided adhesive or adhesive magnets to plant the bowl to the floor, given it's sitting on something the adhesive can stick to. That could work. Thank you. My cat used to flip his water bowls all the time. I switched from a bowl to a gallon gravity water bowl. That turned out to be a mistake. He tackled the tank and all the water went all over my floor. I ended up getting him a water fountain. It's cheap but works really well. He doesn't flip it. Turns out, cats like moving water. Instinctively, they are drawn to running water versus stagnant water. No more issues, smile. We went through this with my sweet little asshole of a cat. The cat's water bowl is now a 15-pound Dutch oven. He's strong but not that strong. Just you wait. It always happens. Cue suspenseful music alluding to a sequel. Today I fucked up by burning my chest. Alright, let me begin by giving a note to future self. Don't sleep with coffee on the bedside table. Okay. Well, to begin, I woke up on a Monday morning but was very tired. I poured really hot coffee and brought it back to my room, where I put it at my bedside table, really close to me. After that, I scrolled through Twitter, Insta, Reddit, etc. I drifted to sleep, no work, too tired, lockdown bubble party, and for about 2 minutes straight, I slept. Keep in mind the coffee was still hot enough to burn a bare chest. And as you can guess, I spilled the coffee all over my chest. But also the mug shattered on the ground and one piece went flying towards my arm. So anyways, I went to the hospital to treat the burn and shard. Anyways, after a while at the hospital I leave and decide to not make any coffee for today. My parents called cause they heard I was in the hospital and I told them I was fine, but they wanted to get on an online call just to make sure, so yeah. there's that. Too long didn't read, I burned my chest with coffee and had my arm stabbed by a mug piece. Bet you felt really awake too. As a wise man once said, if you spilled coffee and dropped the mug, you will feel more awake than if you were to drink it. Don't know who TF said it. Ouch, hope you are doing okay. That's one way to wake up, with some coffee. Seems like a heated situation. GGWP coffee cup is. Today I fucked up by telling my tenant I loved her. Happened about a week ago. So, my husband and I own one rental unit, a single family home that's been rented to the same family for 7 years now. They are great tenants, pay the rent on time, keep the place neat and clean, never any drama. The wife sends the rent checks and always includes a short, seasonal note, the apple trees are in bloom and so pretty. Or hope your kids are enjoying the new school year, etc. She's friendly and sweet, but we aren't personal friends or anything. We actually live a few hours away and only see them in person whenever we renew the lease. Last week she called me to tell me that she and her husband are getting divorced and he'll be moving out. She's not sure if she can make the rent alone, since her hours have been drastically cut by the pandemic. She understandably got choked up during the call, and started to cry a bit. I told her I'm so sorry this is happening, don't worry, we will absolutely be able to figure something out. You aren't going to be homeless, I love you. It just popped out. I think my mommy brain got engaged when she started to cry and I said it before I knew what I was saying. It was so embarrassing. It's like calling your teacher dad. He glossed over it, conversation went on, no harm done except for me lying awake cringing that night. Too long didn't read, today I fucked up by telling a virtual stranger that I love them on the phone. This made me smile. Don't cringe too hard, she probably interpreted it as I love you as a tenant, I'm going to make sure you're taken care of. Even if she didn't, we've all been there. Very wholesome. Also, good on you for looking out for her. I've had horrible landlords and wonderful ones, and the wonderful ones made such an impact on my life during the hard times that I wouldn't be embarrassed to say I love them. Good tenants are worth their weight in gold. Gotta take care of them. For what I think she might have needed to hear that since she's going through a rough time. It's understandable that you would want to maintain professionalism as tenant/landlord, but that bite of compassion you had could have really made a difference. It's nice to hear someone cares about you when you feel like nobody cares about you. I have had times like that where I was going through it, and hearing such caring words from people I would never expect to hear it from, including my own landlord, really lifted my spirits. Don't be afraid to spread the love. You never know who needed it the most. Heart. I've done this on work phone calls a couple times. My parents, siblings, wife, kid, that's like 95% of my personal calls, all end with I love you. I've had others do it too. Someone even said bye I love you in a conference call once. To a lot of laughter showed they weren't paying attention. Emotes. For your tenant, we dropped our rent 40% for ours. Tongue. She was going to move out after a breakup and we just wanted to keep her, and that's what she could afford alone. Tongue. A good tenant is a lot less stress if you can afford it. You are so right. Good tenants are worth their weight in gold. I've had a few bad ones, so I know. We will work with her to come to an agreement she can afford. Nothing wrong with that at all. She probably needed to hear something comforting and reassuring at that moment. You were showing her love as one human to another. Love is an act as much as an emotion. Good on you for being a kind and caring human being. I love you too.